Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. My name is Stephanie and this is a mid-month love impulse reading for October 2019. I thought I will pull two cards for all the elements, so it's for all signs, but I'm going to divide the reading in fire, water, air and earth signs. And I will pull cards for the elements of those signs, and I will tell you the signs of which element they are before I pull the cards. So I begin with fire signs. In the beginning also I want to say you find all the information that you need in the description box below. You find my web shop, you find my social media channels, you find information, what decks I'm using and so on. And if you want to book a reading on my web shop, I still have a special deal in October for the relationship reading. It's called You and the Other Person. It's only 35 euros instead of 45 euros. So check it out and let's start with the fire signs. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We had a full moon in Aries, which was a big one on the 13th. So there was a lot of extreme action going on and all the fire signs probably felt it. And I just can say it was extreme. I had like serious stuff going on in my neighborhood, and you know, like just criminal activity, and like people just went a little berserk because that's an Aries full moon. That's what happens. A lot of passion coming forward, and I guess all the fire signs felt that. So, and then we have a really deep energy coming up with the new moon in Scorpio. So it's all kind of an intense thing right now, especially when it comes to relationships. Yeah. Don't be surprised if there is like crazy fallouts surrounding you and stuff like that. Okay. Let's look into your love situation. I pulled two cards. This is the overall energy. Nice. Wheel of Fortune, and then a second one for more subconscious, emotional energy, and then I'll talk about that. And then I pull you an oracle card. Six of Wands. Okay, in reverse. That's a nice looking combination of cards, don't you think? Aesthetically pleasing. Me as an old Libra is to say that, of course. Wheel of Fortune. All right. Wheel of Fortune is really asking us to put our hands off the wheel often, you know. Wheel of Fortune is a card that talks about reaching a karmic cycle being completed, a world being completed in itself, and having the understanding, gaining the understanding that you did everything you can in this situation, that you're on the right path, that now bigger forces need to come in to handle that situation, to maybe rearrange what needs to be rearranged, to maybe push you in the right direction, to maybe to definitely let die what needs to die, to bring up the new, to bring up the creative, what needs to create. It's like it's really those three different forces sitting on this wheel that are now helping you to make the right moves. It's not even to make the right decisions because they're kind of like deciding for you now. It's not in your hands anymore. That's what this is saying, but it's for the greater good, it's for your greater good, it's for the situation's greater good in general. Number 10, also a completion, a new beginning at the same time. I feel like there might be some defeat happening in a love situation where you start understanding now, or you're forced to understand this is for my higher good, even though I don't feel very positive about this. I don't feel very triumphant about this, but at the same time this is for my greater good. This is happening for me being led to my life path that will make me grow the most. And that's a good thing. When a Wheel of Fortune is here, it's a good thing if you want it to believe it or not. You might have to do with some narcissism, the Six of Wands in reverse. You might deal with a narcissist and now, or, you know, I don't want to use that word just so easily, but you might deal with somebody who has some serious narcissistic traits, or you yourself might become aware that you might have to work on yourself when it comes to ego, when it comes to narcissistic traits. Very, very possible with fire signs, no offense. But yeah, that's now maybe something that's going on a little deeper. And it's now a good time to explore that realm of your psyche. It's a very good time till the end of October, because now is really the time for deep transformation. Now it's possible with the Scorpio new moon. You can really set goals on October 28th. You can really set serious goals when it comes to, this is a really deep part of myself that is twisted, that is really not helpful, that is holding me back. You know, we all have those kind of parts within ourselves, and maybe now it's time to address it and to let go and to start transforming it over the next year. It's not something that you can just do from one day to the other. It's not how our psyche works most of the time. We can accelerate, we can make things a little faster, but you won't be able to just, and especially Scorpio season, that's not fast transformation. That's slow, deep, profound transformation that's coming up for us. See, that's nice. In the German reading before, this card came up for the earth signs. So maybe you're dealing with an earth sign. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Beautiful. I also like the illustration a lot. All right, fire signs, that was your reading. I'm moving on to water. The reason why I'm doing it in this order is that it's the natural order of the elements in the tarot. It's fire, water, air, and earth. So next up is water. Water signs are Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Let's see what's coming up for you in October. Trying to get in some calm and quiet right now, because that's the energy I feel. Okay, 3 cards for you, water signs. The Lovers in reverse, Temperance in reverse, 2 of Swords. All right, yeah, I can see that there is some quiet needed, introspection, concentration, centering. Especially with the Temperance card in reverse, it seems like there's really the need to look within, to feel within, to gain new understanding of how to put things together in a way that you can create a new outcome. Also find the right resolution for a situation, a healing resolution, maybe even when it comes to your body, when it comes to your mind. Temperance speaks of healing. You might go through healing of some sort right now. You might really have to concentrate on healing from maybe something that was not working out for you, healing from expectation, healing from also a certain distrust in yourself and your decisions with the Lovers in reverse, healing from maybe past decisions in love, or from the effects of past decisions that led you into situations that were not necessarily right for you, where you started losing trust in self. I feel a lot of that energy here right now. But it can be quite healthy, and it can be quite helpful to go through it. I just see a little bit of resistance with this situation. Maybe you're dealing with, because I think this is the same situation, maybe you're dealing with Sagittarius, and if so, then the Sagittarius might still be very present in your life. I feel like you really, at the end of the month, there is a serious need, especially around the new moon in Scorpio. We have a new moon here. And this card is normally new moon in Libra. So maybe go back, new moon in Libra was just a month ago. Maybe go back to that date around the 28th of September. That's exactly a month, actually. Maybe you have a diary, maybe you made some notes, and see what was happening around that time and ponder on that. And really go within and really start to distance yourself from your feelings a little bit, because that's what the Two of Swords is also all about. The Two of Swords is going within, but in a very analytical, meditative, mental level. Not so much reacting to your feelings, not so much analyzing your feelings, more go into a mind space type of situation. Analyzing your feelings, yes, but not letting yourself be led by what feels right and what feels wrong. End of the month is really a time for you to think things through within yourself, to meditate on stuff, to, yes, analyze feelings, but in a critical way. That is something that would be very, very important around the new moon in Scorpio for you. This reading turned out to be different. I wanted to, intuitively, I just drew through cards like in the German one, but I will have an overall energy card, because that's going to be the key for this. But because what's going on, water signs? Really, what's going on? You probably ask yourself that. Well, yes, Scorpio season is going on. Deep transformation is going on. Death and rebirth is going on. We have the Death card here. So that is a good thing. There is no life without death. There is no death without life. Death is something that is inevitable. Don't fight it, you know. Don't. It seems like you fought it a little bit in the past, and now it's really time for you to embrace the process of deep transformation, embrace the process also of decay, and of, through things and feelings and things within yourself decaying, building new ground, building new mud where the lotus of love, as they say in a lot of symbolic mysticisms, can grow again. Without that decay, without that letting things die, we don't have a fertile ground to have new things grow out of that. And that's what you're doing right now. That's what you're slowly, step by step, allowing to unfold. You're allowing things to die within yourself. It's not so much, I don't think it's so much okay, now this person has to go, you know, or this relationship is over. This is not how death works. Death in general and I like to talk about death because people are afraid of talking about it, and I think it would be much easier to just integrate it more into our daily understanding of life, because it's really nothing else than life on a different level, you know, it's just the other spectrum. So I mean, what you can see here is that all this new consciousness is set free. In this card, this Crowley deck is so deep, you know, it gives you so many layers to interpret the process. And death is coming here with the, I think it's called scythe, setting consciousness free also, you know, setting new consciousness free, setting the spirit free. That's what he's doing, cutting it from also the things that held the spirit back. And in our very earthly plane and earthy plane we're living on, of course that's the body in a way. That's how we experience death. Our body dies. But our body dies, our spirit doesn't. And that's how you might want to see this within yourself. There is a certain part of your psyche that you can maybe imagine as a personality or a body of yourself that is no longer working, that is no longer healthy, that now needs to die. But the spirit is set free here. All these little ghostish things that come up. And it's a beautiful, and we have the snake of transformation. And also the snake is a symbol of life force. We have the Scorpio here, which is talking about Scorpio season, and which is also talking about this really putrefaction, this deep like transformation, and this self-killing parts of themselves actually. So it's a lot about that. Wow, intense. Water signs, I don't know what you have going on, but it's deep stuff, and for you it might even be just a pretty irregular thing, especially for the Scorpios. I mean, that's what they do, you know. They're just like constantly in this, or most of the time in this very deep realm of feelings. But, you know, set yourself free. Set yourself free is what I want to say. And this is also nice. When I connect to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. This might help you also invite joy into your life again. Maybe that's a good thing to end this. Concentrate on joy. It's not easy, I know, but just a little bit. Listen to a fun song, you know, that's already concentrating on joy. Okay. Air signs. Let's see how this plays out for you. Do you have cold feet, air signs? Do you have cold feet? Because I know I have. So this is more the subconscious of it all, emotional. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I want to say, even though you might not feel like actual change is coming, that's how I want to start this sentence, that I'm going to finish once I that's so funny. That's hilarious. Ace of Cups. So I said, even though you might not feel like actual change is coming, you might not even be aware that there is a big chance in front of your eyes. And it's a big cup. And that cup can definitely come from another person. That cup can be an offer of love. That cup can be a pre-form of an offer of love where you're like, oh, there could be something in this person. Or this cup could also be an honest offer to yourself to really truly deeply love yourself. And this is exactly the cup where I was, in case you watch the water signs, that is growing out of the lotus flower, so to speak, from this very deep, muddy, dark place. And it's coming out and it's growing out of this place, and it's building this cup, and it's building this cup full of love that radiates in all directions and really brings light into the dark. But you can still see, I mean, there's still a little dark around here, but you won't be able to see the light if there is no dark. So there's a full cup, a cup of love, a cup of fulfillment, a cup of joy, a cup of light, a cup of good feelings, a cup of hope. That's all there. So that's all there in October, air signs. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So even though your surroundings might not yet have adapted to that inner feel that you're establishing right now, to that inner openness, to that opening yourself up for love, even though your surroundings have not changed, even though you still have the resistance to put yourself in a new position and be like, all right, I guess I gotta learn again now and not be a master but a learner. That's gonna be challenging. Even though you might get distracted by very material and security matters that may hold you back from pursuing what you feel like it's fulfilling. You are already understanding and seeing and feeling that cup, and what way would be fulfilling when it comes to partnership and when it comes to relationship. This is wonderful. I know there's a little resistance to open yourself up to a new kind of situation, to open yourself up to a new kind of concept, maybe even. I want to pull another card. Sexually speaking, this is more like bodily attraction. Yeah. It really speaks about what do you believe in, you know, the Hierophant. It's very funny, in this deck it's the priest, and you might shock yourself, you know, or you might shock this might shock some parts of yourself that are super traditional. This might even shock, but you will still get the attention, you know. Don't think that your sexuality, that your body, don't forget that especially if you're female, how much power lies in your sexuality. Don't forget that. And how you can, maybe it's shocking, but it's still, you know, it's an interesting card. I know, not safe for work, I'm sorry. I will put that in the description, even though you can't really see anything. You can put yourself above tradition. You can put yourself above your own old standards when it comes to relationships. You can put yourself into a newer spirit with the Page of Pentacles, even though it's still hard to do so. You don't have to hold on to those old belief systems. And I feel like you already know that. You already feel that this is the right way to go. So yeah, that's exciting. An Ace of Cups, you guys. Okay. Now we come to earth signs. Earth signs, that is Taurus and also Capricorn and Virgo. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. I know things are, I mean, seriously, even for Capricorn, Capricorn is like, are we done yet? Are we done with this Saturn bullshit? Are we done with the Pluto? Are we done already? Because it's just, so much. Even for Capricorn. I know. I'm a Capricorn ascendant. I know. We will get through this. We will come out of this so strong. You don't even know. Anyway, earth signs. That's only a little Capricorn interlude. But earth signs, for all of you, of course, this energy is trining with you, so that should have a positive influence, actually. That Saturn and Pluto direct movement, you might feel that things are moving forward, that things slowly start to pick up, and that things get a little clearer, maybe. Okay, a little more concrete. So, the High Priestess, that's wonderful. Maybe you're dealing with a Pisces, maybe you're dealing with an Aries, because I just had the Emperor here. So, earth signs, your advice from your subconscious and from me telling you about your subconscious is feel yourself through. Even though, just feel yourself through. Trust your intuition. You have it right now. This is a very earthy High Priestess card. This is a very Virgo-ish High Priestess card, in my opinion, because Virgo also stands for the High Priestess in a way. Also Pisces, as I said. Believe in the old knowledge that you can tap into within yourself, that you feel like it's always part of you. Believe in what nature can teach you about circles, about cycles, about about change, very much about change. Now, of course, we have in the Northern Hemisphere, we have fall, so we see the beauty of change. We see how change is real. Change is not just like a concept. It's very real. Now nature changes in all its ways. It really goes into a completely different mode. So we know change is real. Change is always coming. There is no way surrounding it. Winter is coming. It's coming, literally. So trust that you know that your inner motor, your inner map, your inner guide that is very connected to nature and for centuries and millions of years understands what there is to do. Queen of Wands. You know what to do. And now you might just do it, might as well do it. It's a highly intuitive time for you right now, Earth signs, highly intuitive. Take that wand. The wand also speaks, we have that cone here, speaks from the connection to Earth. The jaguar is a symbol of fear, but also a fear that is, and past pain, that is helping us understand that time is precious. How we use our time is important. How we spend our time is important. Where we put our energy into is important. The Queen of Wands is not a fidgety queen. People think that. She is when she's a bright. I don't read those cards reversed. But if you look closer into this Crowley, Queen of Wands, you will see that her eyes are closed. She's very much in touch with her emotions. She's very much in touch with her inner self. She is very much in touch with her inner cycles. She's very much in control. That's also one thing. She's in control. She knows when to act, where to act, how to act, if she should act. Not acting is also a reaction maybe, or choice, you know, and a choice is an action. So she knows, and she stands for the ego, and that's fine, you know. Don't let anybody tell you that your ego is to, I don't know, maybe if you're Leo, ascendant Leo, moon Leo, rising Leo, 100 things of Leo in your chart, maybe you might take some advice from a person that your ego is a little big and tone it down. But you know what I mean. So many women, especially women, are told like, or buy into the idea of destroying the ego and hurt themselves badly with it. So don't buy into that idea. Cherish your ego for what it is. Don't let your ego control you. Let your ego help you. You are not your ego. But your ego can be very helpful. Your ego is very important to be a part of community also, because if you wouldn't have an ego, you wouldn't want to do anything, you know. So what's that? That's not helpful for anybody. Just sit around and do nothing. But yeah, do stuff. Do the stuff you want to do right now. It's really like, do the stuff you want to do. And I know this is a relationship reading, but it's really important that you now do the stuff you want to do. It's passionate. It's a passionate time. There can be a lot of passion now in a relationship. There can be super intimate, like even like animalistic, higher level, wild woman passion here. So wow. If there is a Virgo in your life, as I said, or Pisces, enjoy, because I think this could be very fruitful. Be careful. Be careful. This is the also connected to Virgin energy. So like actual Virgin, the Virgin priestess that decides to live celibate, you know, to stay objective. Actually, these two are very, it's very interesting. These two are very contradicting ideas of womanhood. At the same time, this is all within ourselves. Like, I'm every woman. That's what all I'm thinking about when I think about this. You know, it's like, it's all in me. It's all those women are inside of you, and you can tap into all of them. Some parts might be more prominent, some parts might be more hidden, but all that ancient knowledge is within you. It's in your DNA. It's in your DNA. It's not even some spiritual, it is, but you know, if you want to see it from a more scientific level, it's in your DNA. It's there. All the knowledge of your ancestors is there. All the errors of your ancestors are there. Let's not forget that. But at the same time, you can tap into what's helpful, and you can tap into what feels right, definitely, with the High Priestess. So that's wonderful. I love it. I love this, Earth signs. I love this. Okay, one more advice or little quote. Wow, yeah. You know, whatever that says to you, but it's important. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. This is true. Just make sure you decide if you are the person who wants to help, if this is something that resonates with you coming from another person, that you're like, okay, this person is attacking me, this person is in pain, is in fear, it is touching me. Decide if you are the person who wants to help, who has to help, who can help. Also decide if this other person is to be helped, if that's all, because you very well know, probably as well as I do, if somebody doesn't want help, you can try and try and try. It's just not gonna. If somebody doesn't want to help themselves, you can't support them. So forget it. Just saying. All right, earth signs. That was interesting. Okay, so I hope I gave you some more insight and some ideas and some inspiration, and I thank you for listening and for subscribing and liking. Please leave a comment if you like those videos. Please share, and please tell your friends about it if you think this is a style of tarot reading that could be helpful for other people. Thanks, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.